You thought the Grand Canyon was safe? Wide open, remote, far from the cities. A perfect place to hide when the outbreak hit. Wrong. You just trapped yourself in one of the deadliest arenas on Earth with no way out. Because once you're inside, the canyon becomes a bowl of death. And zombies, they're falling in after you. It starts with the silence. No sirens, no static, just the wind slicing through red rock. You've been hiking for 2 days, down the switchbacks, into the belly of the canyon. There's no cell service, no GPS, just you, a bag of stale protein bars, and the sound of your own breath echoing off a billion-year-old wall. Then you hear it. A scream. Not human, something off. Garbled, like a throat full of sand trying to speak. You freeze. It came from above. You look up. Shadows, movement, figures shuffling along the rim. Zombies. At least a dozen, maybe more. You don't know how they found you, but they did. And gravity just became your worst enemy. The Grand Canyon is a maze. You don't just run back up. It's a 4,000-foot climb. And if you're not trained, or already halfway up, you're stuck. The zombies don't care. They slip, they tumble. They fall like meat meteors smashing against rocks, snapping limbs, and then crawling anyway. Because dead things don't care about broken bones. They'll crawl on jagged arms, grind their jaws into sandstone, and keep going until they reach you. You sprint down the trail, dust kicks up behind you. The heat is rising, 110 degrees and climbing. You need water, shade, a way out. Instead, you get walls, dead ends, switchbacks, caverns with no escape. And the sound? It's getting closer. Not just moaning, bones grinding, flesh slapping stone. The canyon amplifies it, echoes it, turns it into a nightmare soundtrack. They're not just coming from the top anymore. They're already down here, and you're running out of room. There's no rooftop to barricade, no house to hide in, just red rock and death all around you. Welcome to the Grand Canyon, your tomb. You find a narrow gap in the wall, an old trail barely used. Locals say it leads to the river. You don't care if it's true, you just need distance. You slip through, scratching your arms on sharp rock and drop into a tighter passageway. It's darker here, cooler. You think that's a good thing, until you smell it. Death. Something died down here, not recently. Long enough to rot into the stone. You gag, your stomach turns, and that's when you trip. Your foot hits something soft, not dirt. You look down, a backpack, ripped, bloody, claw marks in the fabric, like someone got dragged off mid-step. You spin around. Silence. But it's the kind of silence that has weight to it, like the canyon itself is holding its breath. You keep moving. Can't stop now. Every step deeper carves you further from civilization. Your water's almost gone. The sun isn't helping. Even in the shadows, the heat reflects off the rock, baking you like a furnace. You finally reach a bend, and for a second, you feel relief. The Colorado River, wide, brown, flowing slow through the chasm. But it's not a lifeline, it's a trap, because once you're on the water, you're stuck on one route. No detours, no turnarounds. The canyon walls rise straight up, vertical and unforgiving. And the undead, they float, they bloat, but they float. You spot two in the current. Half-submerged skin peeling like wet wallpaper. They drift silently, but their eyes still track you. You back away. Then you hear the sound of rocks sliding behind you. You whip around. A zombie's arm reaches over the ridge, then ahead. It's one of the ones that fell, body twisted, ribs poking through torn flesh, but still crawling, still hunting. You bolt again, away from the river, up a dry channel lined with shale. But shale is a killer. It breaks under your feet. Slips. Slides. One wrong step and you're rolling down like loose cargo. And that's exactly what happens. You fall, smash your elbow on stone, slide down a 12-foot drop, right into a hollow where the walls are too steep to climb. You're trapped. Again, above you, 3 more. Zombies looking down, faces shredded from descent but grinning with broken teeth. They don't have to be fast, they just have to fall. One by one, they drop in, bones crunch. One snaps its leg on impact, but it still drags toward you. You scramble back until your spine hits rock. There's no way out. The Grand Canyon isn't a landmark. It's a predator, a natural kill box. And you just became its prey. You survived the drop, barely. One arm's useless, your shoulders dislocated, your canteen's bone dry. But somehow, you're still breathing. The zombies that fell in, dead again, for good this time. But not because you fought them, because you waited. You pressed your back to the canyon wall and didn't move. They tried to get to you, but the fall broke them enough to stall them. And the sun? The sun finished the job. That Arizona heat doesn't just cook flesh, it dries it, melts it, warps it. You watched one of them blister and split open like overcooked meat. Its jaw cracked off, its tongue shriveled, and still, it twitched, like it didn't know it was dead again. You finally crawl out when the shadows get long. Night is coming, and that's when the canyon changes again. You thought the day tried to kill you. Night is worse. No light, no landmarks, no sound, except your own heartbeat pounding in your ears. You start seeing things. A shadow moves, but nothing's there. You hear someone call your name, but you never said your name out loud. You blink, and for a split second, you're not in the canyon anymore. You're home, your couch, your TV, your old life, but it's a lie. Your brain is burning from dehydration and trauma. This place is messing with your head. You spot a campfire in the distance. Hope? No. You crawl closer and realize it's not a fire. It's a glow, chemical, not natural. Old flare, maybe? And sitting beside it, a body, human, not moving, mummified by the canyon itself. In their hand, a notebook, scorched at the edges, but legible. You open it. Scrawled in fading ink. Don't go toward the water. It brings them. If you make it out, don't come back. You drop the notebook. Your hands shake. Because every choice you've made was wrong. Sunrise comes. You drag yourself toward a ridge. It's steep, jagged, but it's the only way up. You climb. Fingernails tear. Your vision tunnels. Halfway up, you hear a growl. Not below, above. A shadow looms over the ridge. It's not alone. Zombies found another trail down. They're waiting, like they knew where you'd go all along, and that's the final truth. The Grand Canyon doesn't just trap you, it hunts you. With heat, with silence, with time. You didn't escape. You just became part of it. You start to wonder, how many others have tried this before you? How many people looked at the canyon and thought, this is nature, this is peace, the zombies won't come here? And how many of them ended up like the corpse with the notebook? You pass old gear, tents shredded by wind, boots with no feet in them, and ropes that lead nowhere. Each one tells a story, each one failed. At some point, you stop walking and just listen. To the wind, to the echo, to the breathing of the canyon, and maybe, just maybe, to something else, something older than the zombies, something that's always lived here, in the cracks and shadows. Because it hits you, this place doesn't just kill people. It keeps them, not just their bones, but their presence. Every step you take feels like you're walking on memories. You see things out the corner of your eye, people in clothes from decades ago, standing still, unmoving, just watching. And the worst part? You're not sure they're hallucinations, because the zombies are quiet now, but something else isn't. A whisper follows you. Not loud, not clear, but steady. Like someone repeating the same word over and over. You strain to hear it, and realize it's your own name. You run again. Not from the dead, but from the canyon itself. Because now, you're sure of one thing. This place doesn't want you to leave. This is Infectimind,